Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 6 German cruiser, Nürnberg. It has 9 main guns, 8 secondary guns, 32 AA guns, 12 torpedoes, a top speed at 32 knots, total hull 27,000. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. And for my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on damage control, and advanced firing training. We are on the map Two Brothers, and it's night and day difference from the previous patch to this patch. They've trimmed down the shark's tooth a little bit. It's a lot smoother on edges. The islands have been moved out, much wider area. It's a fantastic map for any ship that likes wide areas. Wide open for long-range torpedoes, and we engage this enemy minikaze, and we had AP loaded, and we see how ineffective AP really is. Only doing 1,000, maybe 1,500. We switch to AG, same shot, and we take off 3,700. We incapacitate his engine, and we miss the follow-up. But the damage has already been done for him. He is trying to run away, and we're not going to let him run away. We're able to land another big shot, just need a little bit of follow-up. And then another enemy destroyer shows up, but he vanishes almost as soon as he shows up. Don't want to run into the island. We do have a lot of enemies coming this flank, at least 2 cruisers, a battleship, and obviously the destroyer that is hidden. Since we can't fire on the destroyer, we're going to fire on the Omaha. And right as we do that, the enemy destroyer shows up, of course. We switch to AP for the Omaha, and now we're going to switch back to AG, because I would love to kill the Isokaze. Anytime I see a destroyer in a cruiser, well, anytime I see a destroyer that's 9 kilometers away, I'm going to pick on them, because I know most destroyer captains are not going to know exactly what to do to avoid damage. This guy, Isokaze, he's sailing very predictably. Now, he does adjust his heading, and we are inaccurate with that shot, but he's not wildly adjusting. It's pretty easy to follow up, and yep, if you have the right lead, you can get the right amount of damage. We're able to incapacitate his steering. But this Omaha, he's like on a collision course. The Isokaze disappeared. So we have to engage the Omaha. And the Omaha's angling is very harsh. AP would just not be as successful as HE with this type of angling. So we stick with HE. He is on fire. He does knock out our engine. We have to use damage control. And we are trying to kill him before he gets any closer. We completely destroy the torpedo system on his port side. I don't know if that's what caused him to adjust to starboard, but he does, so we adjust to AP, and we're aiming at the water line. Can we kill him? No. No, we don't. We don't lead quite as much as we needed to. The farther away from the immediate center, the immediate bow of the ship, the harsher the angle, the less impactful AP is. But we end up taking him out either way. We, of course, transition straight to the Kuma. We miss with our first shot on the Kuma, but that's okay. We can adjust, and that's exactly what we do. We get 3,500. Not bad, not bad. He's a little bit angled, so the AP is not going to be... Yeah, that's a really bad angle for my AP. Very ineffective. But it looks like... Yeah, it looks like he's headed back. And we're dead in the water. We're just relying on our team to cover our butt. We gotta kill the Kuma. The Kuma is a huge threat to us, obviously. Waterline shot. We get a Citadel. Yes, 5,500. Another waterline shot as he's moving away, because we can see on the minimap. Another 5K. One more big shot, and we should be able to kill him. And we send it out. And yes, we do. We get 4 Citadel penetrations on the Kuma and are able to completely annihilate him. We do have a Congo, though. Congo's scary. And we are able to, of course, repair the engine. We start moving again. We engage him at long range with AP, because that's what was loaded. It's very ineffective. We do have an island in the way, and I'm just trying to make sure there's plenty of room. It looks like I'll have plenty of room to adjust my heading. I don't want to go behind the island. I want to still be in range, and there's an enemy destroyer, and anytime there's an enemy destroyer, we're going to, of course, switch to it, because we hate destroyers. What? We collided with the island? Look how far away we are from the island. We're able to land, take out his steering. That's going to be annoying for the Nicholas. We are dead in the water, though. The Congo, he missed us, I think. Yeah, we didn't take a lot of damage from that salvo. We're backing up, of course. We feel confident that we can move forward and be free of the island. And no. There is an invisible rock, barrier, whatever. It really ticked me off at the time. I was like, what are you kidding me? So, word of warning. Anyone that is on Two Brothers and is near the southeast island, make sure you give plenty, and I mean plenty, of room away from the island, because there's something that's grabbing ships when they sail very close to it. And we were able to set the target on fire. We did switch to HE. We would love the fires. The fires are great. They're doing damage for us while we're trying to adjust our heading. Looks like the friendly's going to land a couple torpedoes. Yeah, nice. Every salvo continuously fired on this guy. We're trying to avoid damage taken. And who's going to get the kill? We don't get the kill. It looks like the torpedoes got the tick rate. So it's good for the team. Enemy Isokaze, he's very close. We still have HE loaded, and it's the ideal ammo type to use against the Isokaze. And we're firing on it. We are able to incapacitate him, and we take him out before he can actually get away. And this place was crazy. We're only 9 minutes in. I got 4 kills, 5 Citadel penetrations, first blood. We were able to hold back the enemy's onslaught on the eastern side. And our team did a really good job. I don't think we lost anyone on the east. Most of our team's loss are from a excursion into the enemy base. Don't really recommend that. Even though the gap is much larger, much more wide open, it's still a huge choke point that you are funneling yourself into. And if the enemy is ready, they can just torpedo you, focus fire, and kill you one after the other. So that's not a good strategy. We do see the enemy Nicholas. Friendly destroyer is right next to him, so he's not going to drop off radar. We have a safe, clean avenue to fire, and you got to have good long-range accuracy in the Nürnberg. It's vitally important. It's really the most key skill in a German cruiser. We get Confederate. We take out his propulsion. He pops smoke, of course, and I think the friendly has him in his sights. We get high caliber too, which is cool. And I think the torpedo, yes, the torpedo gets him. So that's great. We completely clean up this area. There is a Cleveland on the western side. I'm not worried. There's a friendly battleship, a friendly cruiser, and it looks like the friendly aircraft carrier is sending his squadrons to go deal with it. We're going to go to the enemy base. There is at least 2 enemy destroyers, an enemy cruiser, and an enemy carrier that have not been revealed. And someone killed on my team at their base. So we're going to have to see what powerhouse we're going to get into. And as far as the Two Brother changes, I really like that they allowed the areas to be a little bit more wide open from the standpoint that you can't really have a scenario where someone can just hide in the base trying to capture. It doesn't really matter on this particular game type, but on domination, they've moved all of the islands away from the capture points. There's a lot less 2 ships sitting hidden behind islands, not moving at all, and just keeping a capture neutral for the entire game. That's completely gone. The gap is a little bit more wide open. You can fire in between it. Every game I've had on it, on live, I felt like I had full control over my side, and I was able to exploit my long-range accuracy. And long-range accuracy is very important on maps that have wide open areas. You're going to have to engage at ranges of 12, 13, 14, 15 kilometers, and you're going to have to accurately hit those targets. Now, we're about to round this corner. Not much has changed from this standpoint. We're going into the enemy base. There is that island on the northeast side of their capture. We see an enemy Cleveland, and we do see torpedo bombers, and I'm just a little worried that they might come towards me. So I'm going to make sure that I have a way out. We have AP loaded, and we fire at the enemy Cleveland. And he adjusted his heading slightly. Ineffective fire. But we're able to follow up just like that. You know, the rate of fire is awesome in the Nürnberg. 6.7 is pretty good. 4 damage, no citadel. And we can follow that quite easily. He's not adjusting his heading. And, too high on the ship. Hit the superstructure. Ineffective fire. But we're able to get 5.6. That's more like it. Get it down on the hull, 3.4. We should be able to theoretically kill him here on the next one. Oh, he's barely alive. Who's going to get the kill? Is it going to be the friendly? We get the kill, yes. 5th kill of the game. See you later, Cleveland. Friendlies have taken out that enemy Cleveland. They just have 2 enemy destroyers and, of course, the aircraft carrier that we can see. It's a Bogue. The Bogue is very, very slow. We'll easily catch up with this guy, and we're nearly in range as is. So, game worked out beautifully. Confederate, high caliber, 5 kills, citadel penetrations, tons of damage. First blood too. So you couldn't write a better script. And now we're in range of the Bogue. We have HE loaded because we would love to set his decks on fire and prevent him from recalling or sending out his aircraft. I still don't know what his torpedo bomber is. It's just hovering over there. Perhaps this is a couple games in for the carrier and he's just not comfortable with it, but you really need to make use of every power weapon you have. And I don't believe there's any other carrier. Yeah, this is his torpedo bomber. He's coming straight for me, so the shots are going to get easier and easier and easier. Friendly destroyers are in range to do a lot of damage to him too. We're going to go with AP. We got to kill this guy fast, or the destroyers are going to get all the glory. We're not really landing a lot of damage. And do we have a good shot? No, not quite. Not enough lead. Enemy destroyer by our base, by the way. Looks like we have 2 friendlies on it. And these destroyers, they're doing everything. I hope I don't steal the kill. No, I don't. Good. Ah, Farragut, he's barely alive. Switch to him. We're going to fire. He's very far away, though. 15 kilometers. There's a ton of time for him to adjust his heading. And he disappears. He's using smoke. Yeah, we didn't lead enough initially. We, of course, switched to HE, but this is a really long-range shot. I don't expect anyone to get this on a destroyer. Any destroyer worth his weight can easily avoid a 15-kilometer shot. It's just too long. And we're not leading enough. Come on, Notser. Lead the target. And it just doesn't look like it's going to work out in our favor. We're trying to cover the distance, but he is covering just as much, if not more. He's now 16 kilometers out. So it's up to my 2 friends. They got the best shots. We're trying, though. We're really trying. We really would like to kill this guy. At least help kill him. Oh, one of the destroyers barely misses with his salvo. And, oh, friendly is able to. Yes. There we go. They take out the enemy Farragut. This game was amazing. 5 kills. Confederate, high caliber, first blood, 5 citadels, 2,128 base XP, over 100,000 points of damage. The Nürnberg is so much fun to play. I hope you enjoyed seeing the game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.